As always, I want to say a wonderful good morning to you, good afternoon to you, and good evening to you, depending on what time you are watching this video, as well as depending on which part of the globe you are watching us from. Now, on Wednesday, 27th December 2023, Wedambu TV joined the chiefs and people of the Manyoro traditional area to celebrate their annual Nimoro-Fao festival in Manyoro. And now, of course, the overlord of the Manyoro traditional area, Dr. Atudipare presided over the proceedings of the day. And these are cultural performances from both the composing communities of the Manyoro area, as well as guests who joined the people of Manyoro from neighboring Burkina Faso. So particularly from the Burkina Faso side of the guests that were at the Nimoro-Fao festival is this community in Burkina Faso called Manga. And one thing that amazes me about the cultural performances of the Manga people is their youth dances. I've always been imagining whether these things are having human beings embedded in them, or they are actually some lifeless bodies that can dance and behave and walk like humans. Take a look at this marvel. And when it came for the Manyoro Dr. Atudipare to deliver his welcome address, he had just few words to tell his chiefs and people, as well as the guests at the Manyoro annual Nimoro-Fao festival. This is what he said in Kassim.
Para no la se no na tabulu na buiba o da pa o da lo ni ba ko wana ko kere son ko ne we pe apuni da pa kana mama we pe mo kana bisa kana ni la chana yo ko ko ne we pe ni mo o zo ne cha su to ko su to su do ando kama ma teni dina ke ko ko yukuru ni no ma ja ba chongo Ota jadi jualan, sering wanita kue. Anu rajin, saya berbarang, ayam mangpia, semangpia di berbarang, melakukan jarak kucing. Ajang mewah tentu, anu itu yang anu bawa ajang mewah itu, ini titik. Di, jom berhenti, kita ini, julno, ini. Amu cuma benen kau ayam bowe, ayam berbara, ayam sawit, ayam mangpia, dia oke juga. Dia bang presiden, dia bang presiden. Pokoknya dia minum biar, mereka nak orang bahasa nama fort. Pokoknya dia minum biar. Ini sih berbeda. Anak kuasi yudan, ya mama orang mangolo, parlangan seng, apa yang berbeda? Sering mana dulu si mana itu serta dia orang bagaimana kita serta orang bagaimana serta Nabi orang itu ganti orang untuk terima ganti orang obat lapar zaman lapar selalu orang macam we para sekedani we amiu titimiu we para tas seperti parwani yukan wani ipukan wani sering wani pe Abraham itu tu parafe kazuko na lero yuni didane yara pete ana via kinam ke kanli we o yesure fabra mama na tua iba puyi se baba yesenti we pa yesure brano wamba iba tumba kwate we o pa yesure aparma mama je porto parsen bana suku kusen baba de kana.
And then one of the MCs of the day had to summarize in English what Dr. Atudipare told the guests in the native language of Kassim. Have a brief watch of what the MC had to say as the interpretation of what Dr. Atudipare said.
That you continue to remember what you are seeing in Manyoro. He also advocated for marriage, and that young ladies who probably are very difficult may they be touched by their ancestors, that may the young ones who approach them, may they succeed. He also said, those are friends who like backbiting, we should stop it, because it doesn't bring anything in terms of development. He has also asked for peace and development from Nimoro-Fao and the children, that it is unity that there might be development, and that all that they have, they shouldn't forget to share with him and his subjects. He saying that all those who have come, it is in peace that you have come, and may you find peace and go back. He wants to thank all of you for finding time to make this a success. He thanks all of you for your presence.
And of course, at the festival grounds, Wedambu TV cornered Mr. Vincent Atudipare, who is a younger brother to the chief of Manyoro, for this interview on the relevance of the Manyoro-Fao festival and what aims the planners and organizers of the festival wish to achieve year in, year out. Take a look at what he has to tell us.
My name is Vincent Atudipare. I'm a brother of the chief and the overlord of Manyoro, and I'm here to speak about the relevance of the Fao festival to the people of Manyoro. The Fao festival is an annual celebration. It is a right that the people of Manyoro gather together to celebrate, to appreciate, honor the gods of the land for their protection and guidance through out the working season. And it is not also just about thanking the gods for their protection and then for the bumper harvest, but we are also working together to mobilize funds, not just funds, ideas, and then to see how we can govern the affairs of the community, and then to undertake programs or projects that will benefit the whole community in terms of improving lives. And that's the basic essence of the Fao. Yeah.
Why will anybody leave any other activity and come to Manyoro to attend the Manyoro-Fao festival?
Well, as I said, there's a great cultural display, the purity of our culture that we exhibit in front of our audience, that they can get to enjoy and to experience just the day culture. Our culture is not diluted, and that's why it is important that people come here to have a first-hand witness of the culture display. Yeah.
This is the what edition of the Fao festival?
This is the 6th edition of it has been there. So under the reign of Dr. Atudipare, the 3rd March, this is the 6th edition, but it has been a usual practice of our town.
But since Pemanche took the seat, it has been
not only Pemanche, Kwara, Ovara, Kandri, they used to celebrate it. So it's not a new thing. So you hear people in the media asking, when has Manyoro started doing this? Maybe, what is your age? we will ask you. So those who consider them to be those who don't know Manyoro properly.
Okay.
But if you happen to grow up from Manyoro, you know that this is not a new thing.
Okay. Okay. I also realize that it's not only Manyoro people who celebrate this festival.
Yeah.
We have visitors coming from outside and our brothers and sisters from Burkina Faso.
Yeah.
But what message will you tell other people around the world regarding this nice festival of the people of Manyoro?
Yes. For the people of Burkina Faso, we always recognize them that it's just a demarcation or what we call boundary that has come to differentiate us from Burkina people. But in terms of culturally or customary, we are together with them. In fact, if you are going into history, some of the neighboring communities in Ghana happen to migrate from there. We intermarry, we go to funerals, we perform other rites together. And so that's the beauty of our region. And we come together to celebrate not only the Fao, its important or significance in our life, but because it brings us together as it gives us a sense of belonging. You're welcome.
So the festival was not limited to only the chiefs and people of Manyoro, like I stated earlier. There were friends of the Manyoro skin that moved in to join the people celebrate their Fao festival. Among these personalities was the Nimoro-Fao, paramount chief of the Navrongo traditional area, as well as some politicians who have had a working relationship with the Manyoro, persons like the immediate past Upper East Regional Minister, Madame Tangoba Abayai, was at the festival. And as well, there was representation from the two major political parties in Ghana, the ruling New Patriotic Party, NPP, as well as the main opposition political party, National Democratic Congress. And when the time came for these representatives of political parties to speak to the audience, it was almost predictable what they had to say. Whilst the NDC told the NPP that it was time for the elephant to move back to the bush and hand over power to them, the NPP, led by the Navrongo Central Constituency parliamentary candidate for the NPP, Alhaji Otito, told the NDC that there was no way Ghanaians were going to hand over power to them again. Watch for yourself, people.
Festivals like to our customs, we will be able to learn from these festivals. We particularly also encourage the young people to always attend these festivals and should not think that it is meant for the aged and the old people. The tradition must go on, and the MPP will continue to associate ourselves with any chief who brings development and unity into our constituency. We also would like to let the people of the Navrongo Central Constituency know that the alternative to NPP is very scary. NPP, in terms of development, is the party that has developed Manyoro more than any other party since 1992.
Alright, so as I sign out, I'd like to say enjoy these additional scenes from the 2023 celebration of the annual Manyoro Nimoro-Fao Festival.